8:34. Happy Friday to you. Hanging out with Mike Wolf of Cornelius Parks and Recreation. Good morning, Mike. How you doing?
Doing great. How you guys doing?
You said that was that really your walk-up song in baseball back in the day?
No, but it should have been. Now that I think about it,
Should have
it should have been.
Yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
I wasn't big enough to have walk-up songs.
Well, you're big enough in our eyes because you're the man with the plan, keeping things rocking and rolling, and ready for Symphony in the Park with fireworks coming up, by the way. Not this weekend, but next.
Correct. Yeah.
All right, give us the rundown on Symphony in the Park. What's it going to look like this year? This one's at Bailey Road Park, and that's a huge, huge park.
Yeah, it is a huge park. It's on June 21st from 6 to 10 p.m. Like you mentioned, fireworks after, so we're really excited to be one of the first municipalities in the area to have a fireworks show leading up to the 4th of July when everybody has one at that point. So it's a fun event. The Symphony will be performing. Rocky Lynn will be performing every single year. It's very similar to years past. It's a tradition in the town we're not going to really touch much because it works well. We had about 10,000 people last year, like you mentioned, a huge park. Hate to bring it up right away, but parking is always an issue, so we recommend get there ahead of time. Ride share, bike, Uber, whatever that might be. We have a shuttle service bringing you from the schools to the event itself. That's for free, and it's ADA accessible, it's air conditioned, so make sure to get everyone there so everyone can have a good time.
And so letting people know that in advance, right? Because if you don't plan, you fail. Is that
That's
how
right.
it goes?
You don't plan ahead, you plan to fail.
Fail to plan, you plan to fail.
That's it. That's
what
right
it is. And parking being that plan that you've got to have. And so Mike's giving the insight that
I know I'm on here to do marketing, but I'm an event manager at heart, so I got to talk about what the people care about.
No, it's good. It's good. Yeah, there's a ton of people that come out there. It's a great event, though. Great. And I love how people bring their whole setup, their picnics. I saw somebody brought like chairs and a table, and they had, their wine set up and everything. So it's an event. For sure.
They make the most out of it. I mean, if you get there at 6, you're there for 4 hours. Have a good time with it. We encourage it.
I have recently got into that kind of, road warrior travel style, bring your gear appropriately. Because I would be just like, I'll just show up and I'll hang out. But no, if you need the chairs, you need the blankets, you need the snacks. Can you bring snacks? Are you allowed to bring your own snacks?
Yes, outside food and drink is allowed in, just no outside alcohol. We will have local breweries there to purchase, but for ABC permit-wise, just no outside alcohol. Okay. Everything else, though, by all means.
Okay, that's good. And there will be food truck options there as well for folks if they want a plethora of options. Absolutely. So Symphony in the Park and fireworks going down Saturday, June 21st. Charlotte Symphony and Rocky Lynn. What a combo there for music, too, to enjoy.
Yeah, the Novant Health is our presenting sponsor for the event. They're huge proponents of both the Symphony and Rocky, so we make sure to bring them back. Having the three of them involved for many years now, it's a great relationship.
Very cool. And there's a lot going on around in Cornelius in general with Parks and Recreation, even beyond Symphony in the Park. There's been ribbon cuttings recently. Yeah. There's future plans. I mean, there's a lot going on. There was the bond that went down. I think that the citizens voted for it too. So who knows what that holds in the future. A lot going on with Parks and Rec. Give us a rundown. What's been going on the past few weeks?
So the biggest ribbon cut in the past couple of months has been our Legion Park playground, which I've seen all over social media. It's crazy how many people are all about. It's one of the better parks in the North Mecklenburg area, and it's relatively unknown. It's starting to grow a lot more, but Legion Park had a stormwater issue 4 or 5 years ago, so the baseball field was out of commission. The park needed updating. We need more parking, so we finished the baseball field, putting a new batting cage, built more parking, built a new playground, finished all in the last year and a half to 2 years. And it's been great to see the response from the community and everyone also respecting the local residents who had some concerns with people parking all over their houses, but people have been very respectful of that, and it's been working great.
As small as far as square miles that Cornelius is, there are a lot of park options or outdoor options. The Emerald Necklace. Can you share the info on the Emerald Necklace? What is that? And I think it gives people a lot of options to be outside.
I want to say it is, as of now, an 11-mile greenway connection throughout Cornelius that connects Davidson to Huntersville. So you can start at Antiquity in Davidson by the elementary school and get all the way down to Birkdale, basically. You might have to take a couple roads as we are starting to finalize the necklace itself. It'll be, I think it's 13 miles when it's all done. But you can get there safely either via Greenway, via multi-purpose path, or sidewalk along Catawba Avenue. So it's a great opportunity. It's a unique thing for a town this size to have a 13-mile greenway system eventually.
The other thing that was unique, we had the opportunity, was the boat regatta. We haven't seen each other since the boat regatta. I think that was the last time we were together.
Yeah.
I didn't sink. We stayed afloat.
Yes.
Now, I fell, but I didn't sink.
You guys made it, though.
We
the
did
boat
make
made it all the way around.
We did.
That was very cool.
We didn't get an award though. It's my fault. I've accepted the fact it was my fault. I didn't give it all I had.
We didn't realize it was a timed race at the end either.
I didn't know the rules.
That's all right.
You were good enough to not sink, but you weren't good enough to win. You were right in that middle.
Right on. Next year, though, come back.
Great way to describe it.
You got to either sabotage yourself next year to sink, or you got to put a propeller on the back. One to two.
And a hot spot right now that for a lot of conversations going on, but Ramsey Creek, that area, Nance Road, that area, Ramsey Creek Park. I didn't realize that nice playground. I hadn't been there in a while, and wow, what a nice playground. How popular are the playgrounds around Cornelius?
So in Cornelius, the playgrounds are super popular. Robbins Park is a very popular one right across the street from here, basically, with it being a nature playground. We're talking about doing upgrades to one of the parks, playgrounds at Bailey Road Park. Just keep on trying to keep up with demand for everybody. Ramsey Creek and Jutan both had beautiful parks. Those are technically Mecklenburg County parks. They're not ours, but they're in Cornelius, so we like to still promote them just as much. It's a playground as a playground. We actually are partnering with the county for an event series starting next Friday called Sundown Sounds. It'll be a 3-concert event on, I can't remember dates off the top of my head. June
20th is the next one.
I think July 18th and August 15th, something along the lines of that. And something that is relatively secret, but I was told I was allowed to say, is the August 15th date. With this being near the water, we're actually going to put a barge on the water, and the concert is going to be from the barge.
Wow.
So people will sit along the beach and watch the concert from the barge, or bring their boat and circle around it to watch.
That's awesome.
That's very cool.
That's a unique thing we're trying. Mecklenburg County's been great to work on this for. They're taking the brunt of the work here, and we're helping with all the local marketing, getting food trucks, helping to grow the event.
I remember, too, one of the fun things as a kid was just summer camps and things like that, too. Does Cornelius Parks and Rec do any activities during the summertime for different age groups?
Yeah, so I take off for events during the summer. One, it's hot. People are going out of town. And two, a lot of our resources go towards our summer camps. We had over 3,000 kids last year in our summer camps.
Wow.
I am not 100% sure if we're on pace for that this year, but I know a lot of people are still taking advantage of that. We have full day camps, sport camps, STEM camps, something for everyone. I think ages 5 to 15. So if you have a kid who's in school, we probably have a camp for you. Now they do sell out very quickly because they're very affordable for the public. And we're proud to say we've never turned down a Cornelius resident who didn't have the money for it between our scholarships from sponsors. So we always make sure to help the community as much as we can with those.
Very cool. And then I remember at one point, I don't know if you guys still do it or not, so no worries, I'm putting you on the spot. Like, there's like a camping overnight thing that you guys do, something once a year or twice a year. Is that still a thing that y'all do?
Our family campouts?
Yeah, family campouts.
Yeah, so we had our first one a couple months ago. It did rain, so unfortunately we couldn't do the camp out. However, we still did the nature walk, the activities, and everything to try to make it as fulfilling for the kids. We are potentially looking to do a second one in the fall. Nothing confirmed just yet, but those are huge hits. People love to camp out, even if it's just in Robbins Park where there's trees around you, but you're not in the woods. Kids love it.
Well, you're not alled to do that normally. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's one of those things.
So it's a unique thing. Yes, please do not camp out unless we are encouraging that, unless we're there to do it.
Mike Wolf of Cornelius Parks and Recreation. Symphony in the Park with fireworks coming up, not this Saturday, not for Father's Day, but next Saturday, 6 to 10 p.m. It's going down at Bailey Road Park. Give us those details again, Mike, on the parking scenario, because that is, I imagine, what people really are going to care about.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to have to deviate real quick. So at Bailey Road Park, we are building a new tennis complex as well as transition to tennis to pickleball. So that is affecting parking a little bit because of that area not being available. However,
that's an active project.
That is an active project. So that will have 12 new tennis courts and 10 pickleball courts. It'll be a tournament facility that we're building there to really help to enhance. There's not much like that in the area. So it'd be great to have. So that might affect the parking a little bit. We'll see how that looks next week. However, there's parking available at the park. Once that is closed off, police will then start pushing people towards Bailey Middle School. Once that's closed off, towards Huff High School. And from all those locations, we'll have a shuttle service bringing people to and from the park for free throughout the entire night. 3 buses and an ADA accessible vehicle. So plenty of opportunities to get there.
It sounds like there'll be people there kind of guiding you too. So trust where the people are putting you at. They're doing it. They know what they're doing.
Our staff, our contractors, police, they're there for a reason to help you get to and from. Even if you think you know where you're going, just follow guidelines. Things can change you may not be aware of.
All right. Symphony in the Park going down Saturday, June 21st, 6 to 10 p.m. Charlotte Symphony is going to be playing. Rocky Lynn's going to be playing. Going to be a great show. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.